Hey everybody, I wanted to create a quick video to very briefly review the scope of the Unit 1 assignment. So, um, modules 1 through 4 in this course are designed to build on top of each other in a way that helps you successfully complete this assignment. That being said, I think it's important for you to know the goals of this assignment so that uh, you know exactly what is expected of you by the end. So I encourage all of you to take a look at this document right here. You can find it right on my courses under the Unit 1 assignment. It's Unit 1 assignment sheet. Um, so in this assignment, right, you're being asked to create job documentation that meets the needs, values, and attitudes of specific job advertisements and also address the needs and values of your field as a whole. So, that being said, I think it's important to know the purpose of this assignment. The purpose of this assignment is not for you to ultimately get a job. That would be nice if you could use this assignment in any way to help you achieve that goal, but it's not what you are going to be assessed on. Ultimately, you are going to be graded in two major categories. One is how effectively you create documents that meet or strategically break the conventions of a given genre. You know, how successfully you can create a resume that looks like a resume, or if you choose to remix it in any way, like how are you doing that in a way that strategically breaks the conventions of a resume? Likewise, how effectively can you create a cover letter, knowing some of the conventions that we're going to learn in Module 3? So that's the first where you're going to be assessed. How successfully you can create documents that meet the needs of, meet the expectations or the conventions of a given genre. The second way you're going to be graded is on how effectively you can explain your writing choices to me and how these choices address the needs of your audiences and also demonstrate your professional persona. So let's say you create a resume, uh, and in creating that resume, you are making a lot of specific choices. What information should go at the beginning of the resume versus at the bottom? What part of your background is actually relevant to include on a resume? So you've created that resume, um, and you've done that in a way that meets the needs of a specific job advertisement, and also like articulates who you are as a professional. Um, so you have to explain those choices. Why did you choose to emphasize some experience over others? What type of experiences did you not use in your resume? These are things that you're going to be asked to explain. Um, so let me get into really the specific documents that you'll be asked to create for this assignment. Um, and hopefully that will clarify some of the scope. All right, so let's scroll down here. Again, I advise all of you to take a look at this assignment sheet. It's right on my courses. But you'll see that there's a couple of different options for this assignment. Option 1, you create one resume and two cover letters that respond to two different internships or job announcements. Um, so basically, you're tailoring these documents to two different jobs, right? You're only creating one resume that ideally speaks to both jobs, and then the two cover letters are going to be separate, right? Going to be tailored to each individual job, right? So that's part one, or version one of this assignment. Version two is that you create one resume tailored to one job, one cover letter tailored to one job, probably the same job, and then a LinkedIn profile that addresses the needs or values of your given profession. You know, many of you may have some of these job documents already, or you might have used some of these in the past. For this assignment, you're welcome to repurpose those, but just know that you're going to be expected to explain how these documents meet the needs of a specific job advertisement and address the needs and values of your given field. Okay? So, two different versions of this assignment. You can create one resume and two cover letters, or you can create one resume, one cover letter, and one LinkedIn profile. Right? So that's half of the assignment, is choosing which version you're going to do and then create those documents. Okay. The next part of the assignment, I think, does merit some explanation here. So part 2 of this assignment is creating a justification memo. A lot of people get tripped up by the word memo. Basically, this is just, a 1 to 2 page summary explaining in detail all of the important choices you made while crafting your resume, your cover letters, and your LinkedIn profile. Some of the questions that you'll be expected to address in your justification memo, you'll be expected to explain who are the audiences you're writing to, right? Who are your audiences? What do they care about? What specific values or needs do they have? And how are you, in your job documentation, appealing to those? Second question, what kind of persona did you develop, or did you want to develop? Did you want to develop someone who comes across as hardworking, somebody who comes across as having a lot of different skills that meet the needs of a specific job? So what kind of persona did you want to develop, and how did you do so in your job documentation? So that's question number 2. The third is, how do you see the resume, cover letters, and LinkedIn profile working together as genres? And 4, this is a time for you to reflect. If you had more time to craft these documents, what would you do? So the justification memo is a self-reflective memo. It's reflecting on those choices that you made, considering what choices were the most important in, illustrating your professional persona, the most important in meeting your audience's needs. So describing all of that to me in this memo, and also thinking about some of the things that you could have done better. So it's a time to really reflect on your writing. This memo, you're going to be expected to just pull out concrete examples. So again, pick a few specific choices that you made in each job document and explain why you made them and why they're so important. A common question I get is, how long should this memo be? There's really no length requirement. I would say if you're writing anything under a page, it's probably not going to be sufficient. But I would say anything over 4 pages is probably excessive. I think you could very succinctly get everything done in a page and a half, single spaced. Yeah. So let's review. To be clear, breaking down points in this assignment, part 1 of this assignment, where you create all of the job documentation, that's going to be worth 100 points altogether. So your resume is going to be worth 50 points. Your cover letter and your LinkedIn profile together is going to be 50 points. So 100 points altogether for the job documentation part. You should note that your justification memo is worth 100 points as well. So your justification memo does have a lot more weight to it than the job documentation you'll be creating. And mainly, that's because I, as your instructor, need to really get into your head to better understand why you made specific choices. Um, so I can evaluate whether your job documents meet the needs of your audience or they don't. So that's why it's important for you to actually like put some time and effort in this justification memo. Um, I encourage you to take a look at all of these points on the assessment. I'm not going to break them down right now, but definitely go through them. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Um, I I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. Okay, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope that this helps clarify this assignment in some way. And yeah, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you.